Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back later. Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later. Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figure. Let's come.
So, Mr. York, what do you think of my castle? Pretty cool, ain't it?
I've been curious about it since the first time I saw it. You've got excellent taste, Melvin.
I dub it Lou Crawfish. I'll have you know, crawfish is pretty much its own food group in this town. Since this store carries all the bare necessities you'll need for daily life, I reckon it was an apt name. If it's sundries you're looking for, there ain't much you won't find here. You ever need anything, you just come on by, Mr. York.
You're not only the sheriff of this town, you also manage a general store.
Sure, as long as you ring this bell here.
That's terribly convenient, Melvin. But I have one concern. What if a crime occurs while you're managing the store? Running a business and keeping the peace, both jobs require immediate response in times of crisis. I just can't see how it would be possible.
It's actually pretty easy, Mr. York.
But what if a criminal who just robbed a bank came here on his way home and bought up all your stock?
Oh, I like the sound of that. You want to make me rich? Hey, how about you just buy up the whole store while you're at it? I'll never let money stand in my way. It's not the boss of me, for I am the last shopaholic. Ooh, I'm funny.
Melvin, that was a serious question.
Really? Could have fooled me. Not even the Clarksons would do something that crazy. No point in preparing for something that'll never happen, right? After all, this is Lucare, the tiny forgotten town in the middle of southern nowhere.
Get it, Zach? It's Occam's razor to a T. Melvin, I have to say you're a very balanced man. Now I feel confident that the Woods household will do just fine, even if you end up losing your job as town sheriff.
You sure are a joker, Mr. York. Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be? Hey there, Mr. York. Well, when you need. Okay, hold on. You ever need anything?
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams, 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No. Wait, maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. Either way, this town clearly forced nature to bend to its rules, a perfect symbol of the human condition. Yes, I can feel the horrible weight of all the sins that have been committed here. Can't you, Zach? King size, made in France. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
Okay, hold on. You ever need anything?
So you clearly love TV shows, but hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that. Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
That thing. Right there. By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult...
Patty, what's that?
That tree or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said. Hey, let's chat.
Want to hear about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far?
No, thank you. Forget what I said. Ugh.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it, yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
Patty, what's that?
Let's chat.
Patty, you're getting more and more curious about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered. Patty, what's that?
That tree or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said.
Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tap?
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing.
Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be? Hey there, Mr. York. Hey there, Mr.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Bundan. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell, but it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
Okay, hold on. You ever need
What'll it be, honey? Oh, coming right up, honey. So, what do you think of my Cajun food, honey?
No complaints here. No wonder you call this restaurant the best Louisiana's got to offer.
Oh, my Lord. Ain't that nice of you? I'm sure glad to hear you like Cajun flavor. It's nothing like that Creole food. And I'll be damned if it isn't the best eating you'll find this side of the Mississippi.
Hold on just one moment, Alexis. I always thought that both Creole and Cajun food were staples of the South. Am I misunderstanding something?
Not at all, honey. Cajun and Creole food are both staples of the South. They both have roots in French cooking, of course. But Creole cooking just ain't my cup of tea. Sauces of France combined with cooking methods brought in from Africa, mixed in with Spanish influences and Italian-style tomato sauce. Huh, when you smush all that together, you can't even tell what it is no more. Cajun food is pure and solid. The Acadians who settled in Canada brought it here from France in the 1600s. Then the British chased them off their land and they ran all the way down here. They walked straight across America, north to south. Finally, they found a safe haven right here in southwest Louisiana. Whew, we got everything you'd ever want here. Fresh fish, wildlife, even veggies and fruit. They used their knowledge of French cooking and added some spice and herbs. Oh, and then they threw in fresh local ingredients to create what we know as Cajun cuisine.
Interesting. Now I understand what you mean about the Cajun and Creole food being completely different. But I still insist that both are shining examples of delicious local food. Roots and history aren't that important, are they?
Oh, my Lord. You don't get it, do you, honey? Lately, there are shops all over the place calling themselves Cajun, Creole, or whatnot. But all they serve is a hot mess of different ingredients loaded with spices. And the tourists ain't none the wiser. I just hate feeling like folks are getting the wrong impression about Cajun food.
I get it now. According to your interpretation, Creole food is contributing to that wrong impression.
You bet it is. That's why I always make sure to teach all my customers what's what.
Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be? Hey there, Mr. York.
Bad timing. We need to... Let's come back later. Hey, let's shout something out loud. So you clearly love TV shows, but what about movies?
Movies? We don't even have a movie theater around here, so I can only watch what I manage to catch on TV.
Like what?
For some reason, the only movie channel we get at home is the sci-fi one, so I just watch a lot of sci-fi.
Like what? What's the last one you saw?
The one with Schwarzenegger, where there's all these clones.
The Sixth Day, 2000, directed by Roger Spottiswoode. You must be very well versed in sci-fi if you can appreciate an Arnold S. film.
I thought it was way too easy for them to make more clones, and you'd never see a clumsy investigation like that on CSI.
That's right. It's realistic. Everything about that film is so realistic. It may be difficult for a child to understand. But, Patty, that's not your fault. All of Arnold S.'s films are filled with hyper-realism, you know. On top of that, Roger Spottiswoode is a director who excels in dealing with hardcore subject matter. Turner and Hooch, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Each film features one of the toughest tag teams you'll ever find. I can see why it's beyond you, though.
No, what I'm trying to say is, Schwarzenegger's character was just a pilot, right? Why was he so strong?
It's okay, Patty. You don't need to try and act like an adult to impress me. I didn't understand the charm of Arnold S. films when I was your age either. You need to take your time and slowly reel the film in. Do that, and Arnold S. will greet you with a big, warm smile.
Whatever, just stop calling him Arnold S., okay? It's irritating me.
Zach, she's at a sensitive age. We both know full well that this is the official way to refer to the film star, but she isn't used to it, so it's bothering her. When in Rome, Schwarzenegger will greet you with a big, warm smile. Zach, my mouth feels weird. How many fingers do you think we'd need to count the number of people who actually call him Schwarzenegger? We'll just have to stomach it for her sake, Zach. Patty, we're investigating here. I think it's about time we cut the chit-chat and got back to work.
What? You're the one who brought it up, and you hardly even let me say anything.
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Agent York, it's getting kinda late. You shouldn't be dragging a kid around at this time of night, you know.
If you say so. I'll walk you home then.
No thanks. I can walk home on my own. Stop treating me like a kid. They say red shadows wander around here at night. So be careful.
Red shadows?
Yeah. Red shadows come out and attack folks who walk around in the dark.
Why do they attack them?
So they can drag them over to the other side. I guess it's kinda like a town legend that's been passed down over the years.
And you believe it?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a story someone made up so that kids would go to sleep at night. But I reckon there must be some other reason why those stories always get passed down. So I think it's important to keep them alive.
Okay. I'll be careful. Zach, did you hear that? Red shadows. Sounds like a must-see to me. Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later. Looks like a case of bad... Let's come back. Bad timing, Zach. Let's come back. Yes. Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb, what are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
Why? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed, I pity her from the bottom of my heart.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You'd best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our help.
Zach, did you hear that? Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance. Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
Mr. Morgan, sir, how may I be of service? Mr. Morgan, sir. Mr. Morgan, sir. We always strive to provide our guest with the finest of service, sir. Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping, in particular, can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
Great. Sounds convenient.
Exactly. Serving you is my... Please do let me... Mr. Morgan. My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine, the real deal, which ain't too easy to find in a backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food here?
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in New Orleans.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's? No, don't tell me, I got it. Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Very intriguing. That food was unbelievable. I see you weren't lying about undergoing training at that famous restaurant.
Now you just trying to embarrass me, mister. I still appreciate it, though.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to gain such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now. Which famous restaurant did you train yourself at? Come on, Chef, we need to know. Zach and I are begging you.
You drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it. Just say it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana. Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
You betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing food.
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zach, did you hear all that? That's an incredible story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zach and I have given you our official approval. You can tell this town was no. Either way, a perfect yes. king size, made in France. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for nothing beats.
Very good, sir. Please, come right. Serving you is please do.
Looks like a case. Let's come. Looks like a. Let's. Sorry for the wait, Patty.
Whatever.
Is Mrs. Carpenter here?
No, she hasn't come in today.
Everything's going according to plan. It's time to knock down the 10 maidens, Zach.
Oh my lord, y'all are back? Listen up, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What's wrong?
Mrs. Carpenter hasn't come in. For the first time in 10 years. What could it be? I just hoping nothing bad happened to her.
She's fine. You have my guarantee.
Oh my lord. I reckon if an FBI agent like you is convinced, then I should be too.
What did I tell you, Patty? Value is a relative thing. We needed to find that figurine, no matter the cost.
You really wanted to bowl that bad? They don't have bowling alleys in the city no more?
Wrong, Patty. I have absolutely no interest in bowling. Tossing a heavy ball at lined-up pins? Where's the fun in that? You can't even call this a sport. It's a game for cavemen. Nonsense. Utter nonsense.
Then can I throw the ball instead?
Absolutely not, Patty. This is part of the investigation. I need to do this myself, no matter how stupid it may be.
You're the one who's stupid. Sure looks like you're having fun to me.
Oh, looks like I finally earned myself a rival.
That was just a stroke of luck, Mrs. Carpenter. Despite how I may seem, I've never been any good at any of the ball-based sports that exist here on our planet.
Oh, no, you can't fool me. I can tell the FBI's giving you very special training. If I gave you a few lessons on top of that, I'm sure you'd be able to go semi-pro.
Semi-pro?
That's right. That's what I said.
Not pro, but semi-pro.
Yes, semi-pro. You'd never be able to go pro. You don't have what it takes. You could become a semi-pro if you tried really hard, though. Well, I guarantee it. Come back and see me when you feel like giving it a try. I'm sure my husband would forgive me if I let someone like you borrow my lane. Well, we gotta give youngsters a chance to grow. That's what we always say.
I could actually go semi-pro?
I'd take her words with a grain of salt if I were you.
Patricia, I can understand why you'd be envious of my talents, but you don't need to worry. You have your own unique talents, just like any other person. You shouldn't have to feel inferior every time you look at me.
You're unbelievable. You sure you don't need to get your head checked out?
It's so strange, Zach. I feel like I'm discovering a new side to myself.
By the way, Mr. Special Agent, you said you're investigating the Lise Clarkson incident, yes? In that case, there's something you should know. That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie, and she was into the really bad stuff.
Red powder.
Oh, no wonder the FBI picked you. You already figured out that much. Well, the reason Lise turned into such a little hoodlum is because of her mother, Galena.
Galena?
Mm-hmm. A mother only in name. Oh, as far as I'm concerned, she's still nothing more than a child herself. Oh, dressing up in fancy clothes, always out on the town somewhere. Children giving birth to children. If these aren't the end times, well, I don't know what is. Oh, and they were always cooped up in that jazz bar. Galena wouldn't know proper parenting if it hit her in the tush.
Zach, the jazz bar. We first heard about it from Patricia. It must be deeply connected with this case and the red powder. It must be Saint Rouge. Following the oracle and felling the 10 maidens sure paid off, didn't it?
So, Mr. Special Agent, are you all finished here?
Yes, Mrs. Carpenter. Thanks to you, I've gotten a new lead.
Oh, then how about you mosey on and let me get back to my bowling? I need to bowl my first game of the day or else I'm gonna get rusty. Well, what are you waiting for? Get a move on! Shoo! Shoo!
When the sun awakens, catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the false altar. And the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you.
Zach, it's another oracle. It appears that we're being guided by a mysterious power. This oracle is a simple one. The false altar. You already know what this is, right? The place where Lise Clarkson's body was first discovered. She was found under a bridge at some sort of altar as if she was being worshipped. That's what Chef David said, right? When the sun awakens refers to dawn, of course, and the tip of the baby bear's tail is the North Star. At dawn, look straight to the north from where Lisa's body was found. On the surface, this oracle may seem tricky and convoluted, but it's still mere child's play. Pathetic. Zach, let's follow the oracle and head to where Lisa's body was found. I don't know what otherworld refers to, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there.
Oracle?
That's right, Patty. This case is a rather complicated one. So Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman in order to crack it.
This is Lucare Tiger. Do you read me? Over. Lucare Tiger to DC Eagle. Do you copy?
It's Daddy. Hurry up and answer.
This is DC Eagle. I read you loud and clear. Over.
Oh, good. Mr. York. I'm sure glad you picked up.
There's no point in using code names if he's just going to say my real name.
Mr. York, can you hear me? Hey, Mr. York. Oh, right. Over.
DC Eagle to Lucare Tiger. Is something wrong? Over.
Mr. York, I got something I need to tell you ASAP. Just sit tight and listen, okay? Over.
Roger, Wilco. Go right ahead. Over.
I just happened to overhear some of the Clarksons talking on another channel. Apparently, Lisa's mother's been missing since early this morning. I reckon it might be related to the case, so I wanted to let you in on it right away. Oh, over.
Lisa's mother. You're referring to Galena, the social butterfly? Over.
Another special agent slam dunk. So, you already did a little research on her, huh? That's right. The one who's gone missing is the younger of the Clarkson sisters, and our town's queen of the night. No one can slip one past me, because I'm the ultimate FBI agent, Francis York Morgan. My proverbial hat goes off to your investigative skills, sir. Anywho, Galena used to be an actress, and she's also real pretty in the face. Draws attention wherever she goes. If you happen to spot her while you're investigating, would you let me know? Oh yeah, over. Wait. Hey, Mr. York, what do you say we cut this out, huh? Over this, over that. It all seems kind of overblown, don't you think? Besides, I reckon we're the only ones listening to this. No need to be so stiff, right?
Yes, Melvin, I agree. There's no need for us to cling to formalities.
Glad to hear it. I ain't never been too good with formalities, you feel me? Well, Mr. York, if I hear any more news, I'll be sure to let you know. Good luck out there.
Daddy's such a goofball.
Patty, do you think Galena is really as beautiful as people say?
I don't know, I guess. Men just seem to like women like her for some reason.
Who's more beautiful, Galena or your mother?
What?
Candy Woods. Your mother. Melvin said she was the prettiest girl in town.
How should I know? That's a stupid question.
Why is it stupid?
My mom is sick.
Zach, that was a bad move. We stepped right into a private matter without any shoes on. But these things are bound to happen. After all, I'm a special agent of the FBI. And there isn't an organization out there that's more well-versed in the art of infringing on people's privacy.
Right?
And who might you be?
I'm Raven, but around here they call me the Speed Witch. You're here investigating the lease case, yeah? And instead of a car, you're using a skateboard? For real? You've already become the talk of the town, you know? Anyway, I was just wondering if you needed any help. What's your name?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Okay, Yorkie it is. I'm actually testing out a new kind of business right now. And I was hoping you'd be down to try it out, Yorkie.
What kind of business are we talking about here?
I drive my customers to wherever they want to go, and once we get there, they pay me. Now that I think about it, I reckon it ain't much different from a taxi.
Seems a bit strange to call it a new type of business, then.
Only 'cause you haven't heard the details yet. Here, let me explain. I got a feeling that in the future, cell phones are gonna get more advanced. And people are gonna be able to just order taxis from their phones whenever they need to get somewhere. So I'm thinking, hey, why don't I just start a company that instantly sends out drivers to take folks from point A to point B?
How?
I want to make it so that anyone out there can just register on my site as a driver. I'm talking normal people, not pros. Then once we get a request, we'll just send out the driver who's closest to the customer. It'll be a hell of a lot more convenient than public transportation and faster than any normal taxi company. I'm positive it'll be a big hit. And I'm gonna call it Wyvern. The logo will be a Y and a V. Cool, yeah?
Is that legal?
Beats me. But if I hire them all as independent contractors, I reckon it'll work out. See, that means each driver and customer will be bound by their own private agreements. My company will just provide them with a platform to hook up. Squeaky clean, right? Now, here comes the fun part. I want to help you get around while you're in our town, Yorkie. For a fee, of course. Keep an eye out for my balloons. Whenever you see one in town, give me a whistle and I'll be there.
Why not invite me to use your site, then? Why are you out here driving around?
I'm still experimenting with this business model. My site isn't open yet, and I'm still trying to figure out what sort of fees will work best. So I decided to go find myself a customer to get a feel for how things will really go. Well, wanna ride?
Zach, that was quite the spiel, wasn't it? This seems like little more than a scheme to make some pocket change from carpooling. And what's new about that? Although it will be a bit hard for us to keep investigating here for days with nothing but a skateboard. What do you think? Should we accept her offer?
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, get in, get in. If you don't want to ride with me, I ain't gonna force you to. But if you ever change your mind, just give me a call. I'm always ready to get out on the open road.
Sure thing.
Why, Vern, the new cutting-edge transportation service. We'll come to you, wherever you are. Bye now.
Very good, sir. Please. Serving you is please do.
Hey, bellboy, what's this balloon doing here?
Oh, hey there, boss. That balloon belongs to the transportation service.
The transportation service. Zach, we haven't seen a single taxi since we got to this town, have we?
Well, of course not. You won't find a single limo or taxi driving around this town.
What does the balloon call then?
That'd be Wyvern.
Wyvern? That pushy entrepreneur?
Right on the money, boss.
Why are you helping her out?
Me? Oh, I'm just in it for the kickback, boss.
So calling her from here costs more than calling her from somewhere else?
Exactamundo. Although there are certain places that you can only get to from here.
I see. Zach, it looks like we've run into yet another unique rural custom.
Howdy, Yorkie. Thanks for calling me. Wyvern, the new cutting-edge transportation service. Goodbye now.
Bye.